Hey guys, welcome back
to our
to our podcast slash talk
continually trying to get
channel.
this off.
Continually trying to get this off the ground
Yeah.
and get it rolling. And it's been hard, mostly because we've been so busy.
Every time we do this, it's really fun, but for some reason, all of the in between time or the like actually sitting down and doing it is always like the I don't want to do it. But then when we do it
It's
and
not
when we
that-
edit it, we're like, this was fun. This was
I
a
wouldn't
good
even say
conversation.
we don't. I wouldn't even say we go so far as to like, we don't want to do it. I'd say we go so far as to like, we've been living more in the moment, and doing things together that we preferred just not to film,
Okay.
just out of the fact that we're enjoying the moment together more.
Yeah.
I think we're taking the time to enjoy the little things, and that's why we haven't filmed as much, is because like we're just taking things in.
Okay.
All right, what is the topic today? Lifestyle change. Big time lifestyle change for me. Waking up early. Like, I used to stay up late, not out of like wanting to necessarily, just out of feeling like I didn't get enough time during the day, because I would stay up late and
But
then
then-
sleep in. So I would technically miss out on that morning.
But
So-
you staying up late, you said you missed out, but then you'd spend the entire time I'm asleep, you're just on your phone.
That's what I was going to get to.
Oh, okay.
So I was missing out on one-on-one time with you, so that's why I wanted to switch it around
Yeah.
to where we're both up at the same time instead of me sleeping in. And there goes Margot. But anyway, so instead of me sleeping in, I'm up and then going to bed around the time you go to bed.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of lifestyle changes, like trying to eat better, making more meals at home. So I didn't get to my goal of like working out, but I got to my goal of changing my lifestyle to be more healthy.
Is this the summer list that you're referring to?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is part of the summer list. If you go back and see our videos, you can see the summer list. I wanted to work out more, was one of the goals. I wanted to. Didn't I say I wanted to do? Was it just a Bible study I wanted to do?
Something like that, yeah.
I've been reading every day. It's not a ton, but I've been reading every day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
When?
I've been usually in the morning or at night, like, because I've been working a lot. So like I try to get, and this isn't like a huge change from last time. Like, this is a more recent change, like within the last like week and a half. So I've just been really buckling down on getting my life to where I want it to be. And it feels really good to accomplish those goals.
My problem is during the summer, I feel like a different person than I do during the school year.
Well, that makes sense. You have like so much structure during the school year
Yeah.
and different things you're doing during the school year.
The school year, but I mean, as far as like having fun, going places, doing things, summertime is like, you're just doing whatever and having fun. And
I think
we
that's-
talked about it last time, I think, as far as, did we talk about this? Or is this the video that got canceled?
This is probably the video that
got messed up.
So here's the thing, guys. We filmed a whole video.
Yeah.
Half of the video was like corrupted.
Yeah.
So that's another reason we haven't had a video in a while, was we had another video like a couple weeks ago. And we kind of got disappointed by the fact that it got corrupted.
You got disappointed. I was fine with it.
And I was like really like upset because it was a really good topic. I feel like we would have got really good feedback on it.
I don't remember the topic though. What was it?
I'd have to look back at the
don't-
video. Like, it's been, like I said, it's been a few
I
weeks.
know, I don't.
And I really wanted to get it out, and I was really excited. I'm sitting there editing the video.
So, anyways, I was thinking about how like scheduling joy, I think
Okay.
was like part of the idea, and I don't know if I went over it in one of the videos or anything.
I think you did go over that in one of the videos.
And the idea of like planning, being thoughtful about creating time for fun activities. And some of the things that we did this summer were like low to no cost. So I'm not
Yeah.
talking about necessarily spending tons of money. Like we went to
I-
that botanical garden,
Yeah.
which thankfully the month of June,
Which technically is free,
yeah.
but they like offer like for you to donate.
Well, there's like a little donation box,
That's a
but it's
little-
not like pressured. Like,
Yeah.
oh hey, can you donate?
They didn't. We saw the people that like run it.
Yeah.
We saw the people that run it. They didn't even ask us. Like, hey, did you
Yeah.
donate?
No, it
They-
wasn't like that. But that's not. You're
They,
going
li-
off the.
they literally, it was completely free, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's plenty of free things we can do.
Well, this goes kind of to what I was trying to think about too, is that a lot of times the local area where we're from, or where I'm from, he's not from here.
Yeah.
We like, oh, I don't want to stay in the valley. There's nothing fun to do. There's not activities.
Oh,
Let's go to LA.
So much to do.
But
here.
we have been finding activities to do that are really fun and like, oh, I didn't know that this was here.
Yeah.
So we went to a botanical garden and like I just said, it was free. I donated a couple bucks and it was just a really pretty view of nature. You got to taste some fruit that was on the trees and walk around, take some pictures,
Yeah.
and we just had fun. What else did we do that was like really fun? Oh, we went to that.
Part of it is also like going up to Three Rivers.
Yeah.
Like Three Rivers is free. We do spend money up there.
Yeah.
But there's free things to do up there or free things to look at.
And then
And then just looking at like the river and the nature up there, it's absolutely beautiful.
we went to Ghost Golf in Fresno,
Oh,
which
that was awesome.
not free, but really fun, cheesy little activity to do.
Ghost Golf was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say like it's the most extravagant thing ever.
No.
Don't expect like perfect everything.
No.
It's very like I'd say like early 2000s type of vibe.
No, I would say like very homemade vibe, haunted house vibes. But it also is kind of the appeal.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of everything that we like keep learning, keep rediscovering about ourselves and about life is that life is what you make it. Fun is what you
Fun is what you put into things
And
that
your
you
attitude
enjoy,
about
and
stuff.
your attitude. That's the biggest change I have personally
Yeah.
made is my attitude.
so
Changing my attitude for the better and really focusing on being positive instead of negative.
yeah.
And I don't get me wrong, I do get negative sometimes. Even still, like as much as I try to focus on, you cannot be positive 100% of the time.
And I struggle with that because I don't think that I'm necessarily being negative. I think I've been told or I've been like to look at reality.
Yeah.
But I was just reading a book, and again at church they said this a few months ago, and they were like the idea of lead with love. Do you
Yeah.
remember that like service
Vaguely.
or like that idea?
Yeah.
And it was like hard truths need to come first with love.
Yeah.
And I was just
Oh, yeah, like even if you're like saying something people don't want to hear,
Yes.
you need to lead it with love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I was just reading last night, and this was Michelle Obama's second memoir book, and she was recounting a story of Toni Morrison saying that she realized when her kids would walk into the room when they were little kids, like 3, 4, 5 years old, whatever, she wasn't leading with love. She was looking at like, hey, your shoe's untied.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to fix this, fix that. And she was like, I was leading with like, Toni Morrison was like, I was leading with like judgment, not love.
Yeah.
She's like, my face wasn't lighting up when my kids walked in the room.
Yeah.
And then she went on to, and so then this chapter of the book was like, you should lead with kindness. You have to lead with like the happiness, like, oh my God, I am so happy you're here, blah, blah, blah. Let's tie your shoe. Let's do that after you say hello and
Yeah.
greet the person and do something like that. And I was not taught that.
I think so much. I wasn't either.
My mom comes over and she's on the look of, hey mom, she's on the hunt of what is wrong.
Yeah.
And part of it is like the way that she was raised, but that mentality of let me look for what I can fix or criticize first
Yeah.
is not a helpful thing.
Well, that's another thing. I was also like, I wouldn't say I wasn't necessarily led with love. Like, I
Yeah.
think there was love in my family, but at the same time, there was a lot of like criticism towards things.
Yeah, well, like the quote was,
High criticism.
the quote
And
was
it's
saying is like Toni Morrison realized that she was doing it out of love. Like she wasn't like telling her kids things
Yeah.
because she was hateful.
That's what I'm saying.
Or something.
It's
It was
not-
just like, oh, I want my kid to make sure this or that is
Yeah.
correct. But it's not coming across that way.
Yeah.
And so,
Especially to a kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's coming across as like, why are you bossing me around
Yeah.
all the time?
and so then Michelle Obama in the book made the reference, and I've done this for years as a teacher. I've always was taught this too, is like, greet the kids at the door, show them that you're happy to see them when they're walking in the
Yeah.
door. And I think that there was like I don't remember what it was, but it was like 20%. And she said that classroom disruptions and misbehaviors drops 20% if the child is greeted at the door.
That's big.
Because
You know-
people want the connection. They want to feel like they're seen and welcomed.
That's what I was going to say. People want to feel welcomed
Yeah.
and loved. And
Sorry.
what?
Go.
Apparently we're checking our phones. But yeah, people want to feel like a connection. And I feel that's a thing that's getting lost nowadays, especially with like the youth or even people in general. I notice people even my age, like there's no connection between people. And I feel like you go in public and people just like don't talk to me.
No, I think that there's also
Like they don't want to be like interacted with half the time. Like
yes, and I also think that social media makes you feel like you are connecting to people that you kind of know.
like a false sense of
A false sense
Yeah.
of connection. You're like, oh yeah, I talk to her all the time because I comment on her posts or
Yeah.
she sends me TikToks or whatever.
But how long has it been since you've hung out with that person?
Yeah, like
I'm
is it
not
a true
saying I'm not
connection?
saying like you have like if they're far away you have to hang out with them all the time. Far away people are understandable.
Yeah.
But like if you talk to your friend on Facebook more than you do in person and they live close to you, like what's going on there?
Yeah.
There's a disconnect between reality and people.
I was just talking to you this about the neighbors too. I was like, it's so crazy that we never ever talk to or interact with the people who live next to us.
Well, me growing up, we always knew all of our neighbors.
I did too. And we were friends with all of my neighbors.
And nowadays, it's like if you move somewhere new, it's like half the time, like your neighbors are just non-existent to you.
Yeah. Like I see them sometimes and I'm like, oh, hi. Or like we do the little wave when you're driving, but
that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's the extent of the like relationship between a lot of neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's like that everywhere, but like most of the people I know that move to a new place have no clue who their neighbors are.
no.
They're like, yeah, I see that guy. He's tall. He's this or that. You know. Like,
You rambled.
anyways, we got off topic somehow.
So our
we
next
really
topic is
for the next video.
no, right now.
Oh, for right now, okay. So I really wanted to talk about the transformation I've gone through as a person since the last video.
Okay.
Like there was an in-between stage, and like I said, we made a video for it, but that footage got lost.
Yeah.
So the big change, like here I am waking up early. Here I am eating better. Here I am, like I've tried connecting more with the ground with the barefoot shoes, you know?
Okay.
Like
I think that's a whole separate video.
it's a whole separate video.
That's why I laugh.
I've really
It's
gotten
the barefoot shoe.
I've really gotten into barefoot shoes and like connecting my feet to the ground more and feeling more because like I had a lot of issues with my feet.
But is that a thing? Like you're connecting with the earth?
Well, here's the thing. You're more like grounded like physically,
Okay.
you know? Because you're like feeling the ground and you're feeling the things under your feet. I was always off balance. I was always uncomfortable in shoes. I mean, I would wear like really comfortable shoes and still my feet would hurt. So now I have the barefoot shoes,
Okay.
which I've been trying to like get more used to because like I said, I'm trying to change my health and get better with being like more in tune with my health. And this is really fixing my legs and feet. Mm-hmm. I am a little overweight, which doesn't help.
I was gonna say.
But at the same time, it's still really, like, I don't notice any pain in my feet.
Aaron has a shoe problem.
Yes.
So in the time that I've known him, he has bought, traded, schemed, and dreamed so many shoes. So many shoes.
And here's the thing. I had never found a pair that was fully comfortable, and that's what I was looking for.
I don't know. I don't think that you
and I also
understand that what you're really doing is trying to, I feel like you think, or that there is something like wrong with you and you're trying to solve it by external things.
Well, that's another thing.
Like you're always trying to
my bipolar and my anxieties.
Yeah.
I would try to, that's another thing I'm breaking the habit with, is buying things that I don't need.
Yeah, that's what the shoe thing was. It was like trying to...
It was constantly trying to fix a void where instead now I read the Bible. Like,
but
that's
didn't
what
you
I
do it before?
No, well, not every day.
Oh, okay.
Now I read the Bible and I really meditate on the Word, which is what I've always been taught to do, but I've never fully committed to. Like, I've done it, but like I'm always like, I get busy, I make excuses, and that's the one thing that's changed.
Yeah.
Is the meditation on, you know, like the Bible, really.
The change that I really want to do, and I go back and forth on trying this every few months, is phone time at bedtime.
And I've had a lot less phone time since I've switched my schedule. I
would like to read a book or listen to a podcast instead of endlessly scrolling until I'm super tired.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for you to see that many images and videos that closely to the time when you're going to go to sleep.
That's another thing.
And then I'll wake up and I'll have like crazy dreams and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I dreamt last night about like a crocodile and it was really scary and I was like trying to go somewhere and then I opened this like door and there was water everywhere. Anyways, all of these weird things, and I must have like had just seen like a TikTok, or I don't know. Actually, I did listen to a podcast last night before I went to sleep, so I don't know where the crocodile came from. But these things right before bed are just like, it's just too many images and too much
stimulation before bed really causes your brain to overthink, and I think we don't sleep as good because our brain is still in activation mode.
Yeah, I know that it's bad for me. And I need to detox from my phone use. And
that's one thing I've been, like I said, with the shoe thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I've been focusing on a lot, you know, like really trying to improve my foot and leg health so I can start working out more.
So how do you know the difference between like a hyperfixation, an obsession, and actually this is healthy and good?
Because I think I'm like hyperfixation, like, so to me, at least, my hyperfixation was like shoes in general, right?
Okay.
Now I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm hyper-focused, but I'm focusing on one thing and taking all the information I can about it instead of hopping around to different things within that subject.
Okay.
So like my hyperfixation used to be like, oh, video games, collecting. And then I'd collect like all, you know, and now I'm just like, okay, I get like I've gotten the 2 pairs, right? And as far as I know, I'm done right now. Like I don't plan on buying anything else anytime soon.
You heard it here, August 3rd.
Like I may get some for my birthday or something, but like I don't plan on going out and getting more things.
Yeah. I have to go.
She's got to go. We got to wrap this up. We're going to have to talk more about this next time.
Yeah.
Why do you look so sad?
Huh?
Why do you look so sad? You're like, yeah.
Oh, I was distracted.
Oh, Margot? I was like, what happened? We went so somber.
We should end with a story about the dogs.
Okay.
This morning, I gave the dogs a treat, and it's a bully stick.
Okay.
And I only gave them one because Margot doesn't seem to enjoy it as much as Koopy does. So I was like, Koopy likes it. I should give it to him. So I gave it to him. Then they traded, and now she has it.
Okay.
As soon as she got it, what was she up to?
Trying to hide it.
And where was she hiding it?
She hid it like in the corner behind pillows, like all over the place.
Just like most random and obvious.
Yeah, she was doing it right in front of Cooper.
Yeah.
And then he would try to go get it, and she would like,
it was just really funny, and it reminds me of the fact that sometimes we put off or try to save, just like she's like me. When I was little, I saved Hello Kitty stickers, and I had a package of, oh my gosh, what's his name? Pickle? The duck, the little.
I don't know the duck's name. All I know is Karopi and Hello Kitty.
The duck's name is something with a P.
I don't know his name.
Peckle? It's kind of like pickle, maybe?
You're asking the wrong person.
Anyways, I had a container, a really cute little thing of tissue with him on it. And I saved it and never used it because I wanted to save it for a special occasion.
Okay.
What special occasion would require Hello Kitty tissue?
Crying over your favorite artist.
But saving things for later is such a weird mentality.
There's so much we still have to unpack with this podcast, and I think we're going to do it over the next couple days.
Yeah.
Because
but why do we do that? Why did I do that with my stickers and saving things and being like, I don't want to save? You did it yesterday too when you saw my sticker. I said it yesterday. I have a sticker on my desk, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's a cute sticker." And I'm like, I'm saving that.
Yeah.
Like, why do we do these things? What are we saving things for?
Yeah, and that's what another thing I wanted to unpack was like the fact that like why was I collecting? Mm-hmm. Why was I holding on to stuff I don't need and getting rid of stuff I don't need?
I think our next topic should be what do we need? But I gotta go.
Minimalism and what do we need? Because I think that's where we're headed. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. We're planning on putting out another video really soon because I'd like to finish the topic we're on.
Yeah.
So anyways, have a good day. Thank you.